All right. I may or may not be live. Someone in the chat respond if you can hear my audio. Slash, let me know if the audio levels are okay. I apologize for the 13-minute delay. YouTube and OBS have completely changed their stream key setup. And now you just log in with some account, but that failed the first couple times, so hopefully it's working now. On my end, it says it's streaming. So far, I mean, I can also check on my... And if this is working... All right, Karthik says hi. Can you hear me? Is this working? And also, I guess I can get rid of these headphones. All right, let me close out a few of these windows. And... All right, sounds good. Let me know if at any point the audio gets messed up. We are going to today be AI coding using Cursor. We're going to hop between Gemini and Claude. Some open issues on my Scrabble repo. So I gave a talk. I think it's linked here back in, 2022? It's like 3 years ago at this point, over 3 years ago at this point. That was talking about Python, and I demoed this Scrabble program. And if you don't know, I am a sometimes avid, sometimes casual Scrabble player. And so I wrote this program to help me train. But so I casually play this from time to time. But there are a number of open issues. There's 2 open pull requests. Oh yeah, this was kind of a not so serious, half serious refactoring. But there are a ton of open issues. And so now that we live in the age of AI, it's been on my list of things to do in the past half year is to go through and see how many of these we can close with just vibe coding. But before we do that, let me demo the program. I guess I can just run this. And let me know if... one of the things I need to do is... I'm on a, 32... I'm screen sharing a 32-inch monitor, which means this might be a little bit smaller on YouTube. So hopefully one of the things we can do is add a resizing thing. But anyways, the way that this game works is... it's regular Scrabble, crossword game. You find words. So, bore is a word. And the way that it works is that if you find any word in the top 14 words in terms of score, it'll show you that. I'm not actually sure if I can find... There's probably a bingo here. Barometer. And so one of the open issues is to add the ability to pass. And so, if I wanted to kind of cheat because I'm playing against the computer, odds are they would play, although a barometer is actually 2 letters short of what we need. So anyways, let's not waste time. There are a ton of bingos. Tambour, bromate, to embroider on a round wooden frame. Bromate is to combine with bromine. Tambour, that's just an alternative. And so also so there's a bunch of things that I want to do. One of the features is to, where is it? Yeah. Deduplicate the horizontal/vertical on the first play. And so you can see here that the top two plays are tambour and tambour, but one of them is just a horizontal play and one of them is a vertical play. This is kind of irritating because they're effectively the same thing. So we want to remove that. Anyways, if you hit enter, the computer plays a word. It asks you if you know the word. If you do, you can hit Y for yes, and then that'll cache it, and the computer will never play it again. The idea being is that I don't want to see words that I know. I want to see words that I don't know in order to increase my vocabulary. And that's basically the gist of it. There is the ability to hit slash, which gives you all of the possible hooks. So you can add an S to the front of pawn to get spawn. You can add a D to the end of board to get board. I didn't know about board. And then if you hit it again, it'll factor it down to only words that, or only letters that exist on your rack. So, we can do Met, which sadly is actually our top scoring play at only 18 points. And note that it doesn't show you words that use the blank unless if they score 50 points or more. Anyways, Achu, I do not know. Can we spell? I mean, we can spell regret. Whoop. I do not want to exchange. Is gritter? Is that a word? So, we can play. Gritter is a word. So now we're winning. Retarget, we could have also played. Anyways, you get the idea. Anyways, if folks have questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. And the first thing that we should do, what should we do, is to add a timer. Where do I want the timer though? Maybe down in this bottom left-hand corner. So there's an open, and someone actually opened a PR. You might have seen that to add it, but it doesn't really work. So we are going to try and do that ourselves. So this is issue number 31. Do I have cursor open? I don't even have cursor open, so. Cursor's now open. And actually, where do I put the video? I guess we'll put the video in the bottom left, because we need you to be able to see what I'm communicating. And also, we don't want ask, we want agent. And I mean, let's try Sonnet for now. We'll see how far we get. I mean, typically when you're playing competitive Scrabble, it's 25 minutes, but I don't know, for training purposes, I just think 15 minutes is better. Minute timer. The timer should only count down during the player's time, not the computer. A good spot for it would be the bottom left corner next to the tile rack. If I exceeds the time limit, start going negative. And once the game is finished, for every minute over the time limit, round up, it is a minus 10 point. Anyways, Maybe while it's doing this, we'll just play. Although it already might have started making changes. Oh, look, we got a blank again. And let's just put this in the background so we can see. Is there a... I mean, wasn't that the word it just showed us? Of course. All right, well, it's done now, so let's check if it works. All right, well, there's our timer. Timer stopped. Dits. I do know dits, but not at the top of my brain. So the timer is started again. And seems to work. Although the question is are we able to test the negative part? Not really, but you know, sometime when I'm playing on my own, I can test it. All right, that's the power of AI, folks. Should we even should we look at the changes? I mean, I don't really care. I mean, we could move it a little bit to the right. Can you move the timer a little bit to the right? Left, I guess I meant, not right. That, well, so where is this timer X? So can we just manually change this ourselves? Ooh, it's not enough now. Well, what happened? We want this to be 75. There we go. What was it, issue 31? All right, so this is closed, and we can also go to this and say, well, I guess, yeah, this individual didn't realize that this is not the spot for this timer. I had all right, one down. What should we do next? let's do the thing at the beginning. So can we also remove on the first turn the duplicate words that are shown for both vertical and horizontal plays, because the board is symmetric, it makes no difference. Ideally, only show the horizontal plays. And then we go back and we play while the AI does our work for us. So nervy, I think, is a word. Well, it's already done. Let's so we need to find it's unclear if this actually worked. I guess we should also ask it to deduplicate like because these are all 1-point letters. Every single play of this, except for one that misses the double letter score, has the exact same outcome. Well, let's try it again with a more colorful. Well, this only has a G. We need some higher scoring letters here. Fuss is one. Shoes is another. Wux is not a word. Yeah, should we see if we can, let's see it. And also, we should add a more graceful way to exit this process. Can we also remove identical words with the same points? Yes, is that actually the good thing to do? Oh, jus. All right, well, let's see. That seems broken because that's almost definitely... Never mind. Oh, see, yeah. So the problem is... Okay, I see the problem. This works. The problem is that if you don't spell the word in the position that has been kept, it doesn't get highlighted. Are you able to highlight it even if the right, because I had spelled it one letter to the left, but you know, each word is defined by a number of things, including the starting position. All right, let's see if it works. It does seem to work now. The question is do I actually... Well, I mean, we're not playing this game, so... Seems to work. Ship it. Dedupe on first turn. Number 25. Oh, except I did that a little bit incorrectly. Yeah, whatever. Just close the issue. All right, down from 15 to 13. Well, the next thing we should do actually isn't on this list. It is, can you add Control plus C and Control plus D to exit the game? If you do so, are you able to still store the words I knew from the game? QWERTY's a word? Apparently. $31 is not even in the highest. 40s? Oh. That doesn't even fit. That's 40? What is it? 40, 10, 40, 50. Huh. Embows, 64 points. Wow. All right, well, it says it's done it, so let's test it out. Min's not a word. Look at that, there's only 10 possible words you could have played. Do I know ballad? Yes, I know ballad. All right, so if we go Control C, that did not work. Control D, that did not work. Okay. Need to play a word I know, computer. Wow. Intasia. All right, I know head. All right, so Control C. Ah, it worked. And now, yeah, the known.txt is updated. So if we go graceful exit. All right, that's nice. What are the things that I want? I guess the ability to pass. The ability to pass. You can reuse the backslash used for exchange, and if no tiles are on the board, that means Hinder. Should have found that. Fava beans. Mansion. Ooh, look at that. It's a bingo. Do we really want to put it like that, though? Oh! All right, that's a bug. So they stole... Escape used to be resetting your tiles. So we have to go fix that. Anyways, we added the ability to pass, so let's check that first. All right, so that works. Number 23. The escape to exit messed up the ability to reset your words. Can you revert back? Leave. Whoops. All right, so supposedly, this is fixed now. If ridges, I see. All right, it's fixed. Well, I see. Maybe I should move this up here, because you guys can't fully see my terminal. Fix escape bug. Yeah. Should we do this one? Well, that one would be nice too. We should do that one. I mean, that one's kind of tricky. So, thanks. Can you, another change is if a Can you lowercase the that's not what I meant. All right, to test this one, we might need to play for a little bit. So we're just going to try and play long words. As he says that, he plays a two-letter word. We can almost hit the triple. Or is that not how you... Oh, there's a good word. Rioja. It's a type of wine. Well, there's one blank gone. Is as in a word? Of course, we have no vowels now. All right, let's kill this game and start another one. Unison. Another blank gone. Ooh. Whew. Wow, I didn't even block it. It's not even in the top 5. It's fine. We got the blank. All right, here we go. Oops, spelled it wrong. Yay, it works. That's the... Only the 12th word, eh? That's surprising. I guess if you can get the C here. Or even the D. Yeah, I'm not smart enough. Ooh, that's so cool. Redacts. I knew that word. Arcades. It's a hard find. Scareder. Well, it works. So, I mean, we're close enough to finishing this game. Ogam. We're down by 30 points. We just got the J. Should we leave ourselves with 2 U's? Unifier. That could be a bingo. Oh, if we can get rid of a ton of these, though. Look at how many points the computer's got on its rack. Fourteen's pretty good. Inane. Inia would have been. Never mind. We're not winning this. We're not winning this, folks. All right. What is this? This is how many we're down to? Down to 11. So before, I mean, all of these three can kind of be done in one. So let's do this one first. So, I currently have a mapping for keywords to emojis. It would be cool to just well, I don't know, to do some kind of sentiment analysis like thing to I'm gonna get a Coke Zero, and I gotta reload the Coke Zeros. Yeah, so that didn't really work. We let it know, and we'll see what happens. All right, it still doesn't understand that I want like every definition to have an emoji. Maybe I wasn't clear. I want none of the emojis hard coded. I want every definition that are man, it's still it's still hard coding a bunch of stuff. Well, we'll see what it does. And in the meantime, we'll continue to play. Guess we can just play Crow. Ooh. Diocese? Let's see if it works. What does it do for odor? It does nothing. What does it do for Lord? It also does nothing. Whoa. Well, maybe we should run it from here so it can see the trace. Or never mind, it was running some kind of test. Wow, only 2 words. OE and AE. Why is an AE a word? That's a bug. What is going on here? Is it pillow? That's also a bug. Or maybe it's not a bug because it's just the P. Rendering fails. Still many it is not picking up what I'm putting down. We might need to switch up to a bigger model. You are still completely missing the point. I do not want hard-coded things. Why it's not using a library is beyond me, but whatever. Don't fight the AI, just let it do what it wants to do. Seems more promising. I guess I can make this a little smaller. PFUI is a word. Tune-up. That would have been a good word. It says it's working. I doubt it, folks. Should we start a new game? See if it works. Okay. Vino is a word. I mean, I don't know what that is, but that is not a wine bottle. That's for sure. Oh, right, I had a blank. We should have been looking for, Dulcineas. All right. Actually, let's there's a chance that we needed to reinstall that stuff. Saxophone definitely should render, but it does not. The emojis don't seem to be rendering correctly in the arcade window. Fix? Maybe if you log it in. What? It shows an axe for sax? Hello. is the emoji a wing? Lousier is fine that there's no... Man, it's so bad. Man emoji for manner. Oh, I forgot that I did that. Yeah, it doesn't render emojis correctly. So I went and downloaded all the individual emoji files, PNG files. Well, I'm positive that this doesn't work. But oh, there's a bug. There was no playable words. How keg equals airplane? I have no idea. All right, let's we are gonna add the no.text. And let's give going all the way back. Change this to 3 Pro. And to be clear, I do not want anything hard-coded. Some analysis should be done using NLP or LLMs to map the word plus definition to an emoji, i.e. all of the that currently map, but also ones that don't have mappings. Also, Parquet doesn't render emojis properly. It would, you could convert them to a PNG before trying to display. All right. You can do it. You can do it, Gemini. Happy Xmas. Sorry for the off-topic question, but will there be another R4 podcast episode this year? Is that you, my co-host? Yes, we recorded one back in June or late May during we recorded 2. The part 1 is out of the Grand Slam Tracked Philadelphia edition. But I have not released the second one. But I plan to do that by the end of the year. And then we will be recording a new episode in the new year. I should click on this user profile to see if this is a Ubuy with some fake account or something. All right. Well, while we wait for this, let's keep playing. Bryce a word? Cribs a word? I do not know that. A tapeworm. Tinea? So we need to keep this in the background to see if it's Wow, look at that. A double-double. Bingo. 106 points. I hope it's using UV. Please use UV. I do know the word vapid. HKP9257. Why do you ask? Are you an avid runner and you're missing the running content? I always imagine that the running content is the content that people care least about. ING. Orangier. It's not a word I'm going to find. Okay. Well, I will. Well, what day is it today? It's December 21st. Yeah, like I said, they'll definitely. Well, so the episode that's going to come out next is like 8 months stale, like I said, or not 8, 6 or 7 from May or June. But then my co-host has been nagging me for the last half year, being like, "What happened?" And anyways, it is on the list of things to do. So he'll be happy to know that there's a listener out there that's been wondering what happened to the episodes. Bind is not a good word. Gemini 3 is struggling. It's struggling. Wand? That's not a word. Wand is not a word. I guess, what is this? Huh? All right, we're just doing bend. It's a terrible play, but a very terrible play considering I gave up 54 points. Enrooted. Yanni. All right, it's finalizing stuff. All right, let's see. Did Gemini 3 just blow this out of the water? Well, it's increased the startup time by a ton. But let's see, hook. Now it's looking for my GPUs. I am not seeing any emojis. Just getting this in the logs. Out. Out. Riotous? Righteous? Riotous? Autogiro? All right. Can. Is it done? It is done, but I want to find the, is corneal? Is that a word? cornea, corneal. Sardonic is a word, but we do not have enough spots. Narcotic, but we once again do not have a spot. Con. Feel free if you see a word, mention it in the chat. Con. Ooh, raincoat. That's a word as well. But we also do not have an open T or A. So basically it has to be through here off of the R. Let's just get a word on the board. Oh. I crashed it somehow by hitting the numlock key. Whoops. All right. I will answer your question in a second, Babushka. I mean, that is actually pretty decent. Ordures is another word for manure. Or ordurous. Lovelies? No, I do not know that word. I mean, it kind of works. It's kind of slowed down my loan? Why is that A, B, C, D? A loaner gets me in the AT. This is pretty good. Let's see. Can I spell something that like we can predict what it would be? What is erase? I mean, eraser is recycle. I would have expected. I assume that there's like an eraser emoji. But can we spell a bird or a food? Vireo is a bird, but we don't have the letters for it. What is rare gonna get us? A heart? Oh, huh? What about roar? Well, I can't spell it here. Okay. Well, what do we want to adorn? We want to get rid of our R and our O. Or can we actually, can we bingo here? Loners? Oh man, there's a bunch of them. Reasoner, Serrano. Ooh, look at that! So a Serrano is a hot pepper. That's pretty good. Rearrosed. Senora. Microorganism. That's pretty good. Savorer. That's pretty good. I don't know. I feel like this heart with a dot under it is like a default or something. I also feel like this is not deterministic because we had loner before. I mean, it shows you a pair of jeans. When it's obvious, it actually works quite well. Raj. Jones. Jeans. Janes. The fleshy part under the lower jaw. How is that a swear word? That's a jar. Talking. Q. This is a hard turn. Should we just get rid of the Q? Interesting. I wonder if they're doing this because that's the sign for Longhorns in UT Austin. There we go. The dove actually gets you a dove emoji now. A honey bun, honey bee. Type of star, an Israeli dance. Is ravined a word? Turns out ravined is a word. So what's the status of so some of the obvious emojis shows swearing emoji or others when it doesn't seem like there is a great fit. Can you explain what is happening? What's my view on AI tools replacing software engineers? I mean, definitely some software engineers are going to be replaced. I think for all the other ones, though, it's just like tools that augment our ability. Like right now, I'm vibe coding a bunch of stuff that, you know, at the end of the day, I actually don't really care what the code looks like. My thing that I want is the game, is the training tool. And this list of stuff that I've kind of not done over the last 2 years is just because it's not really that high priority. But now I can ask basically some intelligent tool to go and do it, and that's fantastic. So if you're a curious person that likes to learn, I think you're fine. Very interesting. So, do I have access to the similarity score? Can you log that in the terminal? If so, because maybe what we can do is if it has to be above like a 75%. All right, so wax. Interesting. Wax only has a score of 0.47. So what is axe? 0.52. You'd think that axe, of all things, what about all? Anger symbol. What about wool? Honestly, the range on this stuff is kind of surprising. Well, I wonder if that's it too. So it finds Lou first. Although for some reason it's not, it's showing me an ox here. I do know fraud. Reframe. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to put it. Nowhere to put it. Is fearers a word? Whew, it is. Look at that. And you get a fearful face. So what is that? It's 0.44. So I think 0.4 is the threshold that seafarer and referral. Rarefier? Oh yeah, so now when we do this, it says, so we've got seafarer is 0.42, so that's a check. Referral, 0.37, not very good. Rarefier, not very good, 0.32. What is reef? Ooh, there we go, 0.54. So definitely above 0.5. F. F? The letter F. Oh, I see. So it says letter. But then it thinks that it means like envelope letter. This is so fun. So fun, folks. Do you know Vina? I do not. So what is goon? Goon is gonna shows us a shish kebab. So funny. So can we spell a bird? I mean, we can spell loon. A diving waterfowl. I see. So it indexes on diving. I mean, fair enough. Ova. Is Voon a word? I guess we can spell goon this way. Vang. A rope on a ship. That's 0.40. I think 0.4 is going to be our threshold. Do you know Vims? I do not. All right, so vino. I think that failed at one point, but it means wine. Can we play vino somewhere? We can't, but we can play vin. A French wine, and it shows grapes. I mean, why would you show grapes? Show wine. uh, is nav a word? Short for navigate? Vulcan salute? Well, it's below 0.4, so that's fine. Nave is the main part of a church. Well, it crushes that, and that's at 0.3998. So maybe it should be 0.39. The cab now actually shows you a cab. There you go. This is fantastic. That's what we were hoping for. Now we've got 3 E's, which sucks, but we've got the blank. We're up by 35 points. Oh. Should we just play OE somewhere? Can't even play OE somewhere. Oh, we could play OR. That's pretty good. Epoxied. Well, why is mode equal the anger symbol? A lot of things map to the anger symbol. There might be a bingo here. Denied. Is yinst a word? Yinst is not a word. Is Fetty a word? Mildened. Redenied. Deveined. Dezinced. Indented? Ooh. Is it possible to get a triple triple? Dashend. Dyshend, Deshend, Doshend, Doshend. Detained. Indented. Is indented? O-U-G-H. Bow. A tree branch. All right, I think we've played enough. So can you only display emojis with a similar score greater than equal to 0.39? And then, because we've done, what time is it? 2:20? We'll probably go till, I don't know, 3 o'clock. So this is going to close 2. It's going to close this one, and then we can do this one. All right, that's done. Let's do a quick test to make sure. Hopefully it'll log the ones that are still below. Ooh. So yeah, stead is too low, but date also too low. Dates. Tad gets shown because it's a small boy. Stead. Should we do stead? Tasted. Tongue gets to show. Steads. I don't know why this swearing face emoji shows up all the time, but... Ooh, look at that. We got ourselves a bingo here, folks. EST. Natters? There's no way natters is a word. Whew. Rattins. To harass. It makes sense that you put a rat there, even though it's not really a tartness, rattins, natters. Tertians is a medical symbol. a recurrent fever. I mean, a medical symbol technically is accurate. Look at that. What does Fox get? Fox. How come it's not showing me the... I mean, Fox definitely shows up, but it's not showing me the... Maybe it will when we go down. Fornix. An arched anatomical structure. 0.48. You'd think that Fox... Well, actually, the definition has nothing to do with the fox. Do I know jowl? Yes, but you can keep showing it to me. Durking? Dusking? All right, we're good to go. What is this? Non-hard coded emojis. Closes. Wait. Closes number 28. And close. Which other one does it close? 30. And now let's I see. Another bug. So all right. So now we want our next thing to be nice. This works great. Can you show the emoji below the remaining tiles? And as there are less and less remaining tiles, make the emoji bigger. Is privet a word? An ornamental shrub. Why does that not get an emoji? Where's the baby? Viper. Viper gets a snake. That's nice. Do I know dot? I do know dot. All right, so it's already done that change. I'll be shocked if it gets this on the first one because it has to do with placement and not overlapping the definition. but we will see. Mare. So, as expected, this horse is right on top of all the letters. So actually, let's take a selection. So you didn't do this correctly. I just tested, and the horse emoji was on top of the letters. I want the emojis to be placed below, which place will change as the it was a valiant effort. All right, well, it says it's fixed it. All right, dig. The emoji is still entirely on top of the letters. Hmm? Did I accidentally start a... I don't know what happened there. Is it still thinking? It's still thinking. It says it thinks it got it. Card. Okay, that's closer. I don't know why. First. I do know pull. Erotic? Ooh. What is that going to show? A love letter emoji. Oh, I haven't even been paying attention for what it comes up. I guess it kind of is working now. Fido is a word? It's a coin, is it? I kind of just want to use vowels, though. Odia? I mean, Odia is a word, too, is it not? Odia? OD? What am I thinking of? Agio? Oh, that's how it is. Odia. A concert hall. What is Odin? I do not. Actually, I do know scribing. All right, T-bingos. Kite. What will kite get us? Gets us a kite. What will fake? These are all pretty good. Well, East Indian tree? I don't know about that. Tippy is a word. We shall play it here. Bread. A pie shows a pie. Look at that, 0.59. It's the highest we've seen, folks. Visaged. Another bingo. Ooh, that's going to be only 48 points. .46 is number 12. Z-O... Ionizes? Ionize? Ozone, obviously, but where does ozone go that it's going to score points? And Zarf is a word, but Zoof is not. There has to be a couple 7-letter words here that I just don't know. Ooh, this is going to be 50 plus. Should we just do that? Keep the blank? Ozonize. Are you kidding me? An ozonide. Epizoon? The F is that? An epizoic parasite? Look at that, 7 different bingos. Not another bingo. Getting crushed. Oven. Is this going to be number 1? Interesting. Environ. Dovening. Dovening gets a dove, even though that's not what it means. Soya. Mooney is a word. Should I open this up for the AI? Hope it doesn't take it. Although, some is a monetary unit of Uzbekistan. How does mu map to a Greek letter? And so that was better before. That was better before. Oh, me's pretty good. We're gonna do Mooney. 4 bingos. Misunion. Minimums I could have gotten. Or no, miniums, which is a red pigment. Minibus. It didn't take Dex. Wow. So, problem is I'm not going to bingo on this. Miss. Wait. Where? Miss where? Oh, that would have been my best shot. Miss. Miss Wed. Miss Wake? Miss Wade? Man-wise, Swami's semi-raw. I did not know those. And now I got both blanks. Down by 142 points. Problem is there even anywhere to bingo still? Through the X, I guess. Jinx. Jinx gets a fortune cookie. Now I get Q and I as well. Obeying, but there will be nowhere to put it. ING. Epoxying? Oh. Oh. All right, let's see. Let's commit these changes, but then ask for a small fix. This is great. Only two things that can be improved. One, the initial emoji right at the beginning of the game overlaps with the resolution of the gets blurry as gets bigger. $248. And we'll be down to 8 issues. Says it's done. What do we think? Did it actually fix it? There's probably a bingo here. I definitely don't know it. Ooh. It does look sharper though, folks. Santor. I told you there was a bingo. A Persian dulcimer. Well, I don't know what Persian means. Well, I know what Persian means, but I don't know what Santor means, and I don't know what dulcimer means. Parvise. I do not know that either. Oh, no, no. Bringers. This is great. Emoji looks super good now. However, on the second turn, the emoji was on top of the letters. Yeah, it kind of looks a little blurry now. There was a wind chime that looked like a jellyfish. No. First and second turn, it is still overlapping. Also, you make the emojis even sharper. At first they look good, but then fuzzy. Or maybe fealties. Feel missing a letter. Fatalize. There's a bingo here. Oh no, wait, this is the old one that's not fixed yet. Foliate, I knew that. Affiliate, flat tie, inflate. Damn, that's bad. Very bad. All right, let's see. Okay. What's going on here? Gemini 3 Pro falling apart. I mean, I guess I can just fix this. Ah, come on. The emoji. $24 points and it fails. Uh-oh. Gemini 3 has officially fallen apart. All right, we're gonna switch to... Actually, let's go back to Sonnet. Sonnet's our best friend. Let's see, did Claude succeed where... Ooh, so that would be overlapping the definition. But we'll go with it for a sec. Seems to be good. Let's see a pig. All right, let's ship it. It's a little bit not centered, but that's okay. This is number 29. All right, let's do one or two more, and then we'll call it. Look at that, only 12 contributions today. Yeah, I guess let's just do this one. So when you play, these aren't really centered. So yeah, let's just ask, can you center the score text in the score box? What are my thoughts on the best models to run and for what tasks? I mean, I typically use Claude 4.5 Sonnet for most tasks. If I'm trying to do something tricky, I'll go up to Opus. Every once in a while, I hop over to Gemini 3, although as you just saw, 3 Pro epically failed towards the end. I've been using the Claude models since like 3.5 back in 2024. And in my experience, they've been the best by far. I mean, if we open up artificial intelligent, or is it artificial analysis? Yeah, it's this one. Sorry for the blindingness. If you scroll down here, I mean, we don't want this one. We don't want this one. No, 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 no. All we want, and let's get rid of meta as well. Whoops, one too many. So this is Gemini, Claude, and the GPT models. I basically, since the middle, I don't think I ever used Claude 3. I think I started using these tools mid-2024. So it's been about a year and a half. And this shows the thinking, not specifically coding. But in general, Claude has always been superior when it comes to coding. There was a huge jump up when Claude 3.7 came out. And basically since Claude 3.7 came out, I've always been using the Claude models, 4.0, 4.5. And only recently have I found their larger models, the Opus models, useful for really tricky tasks that they never used to be able to handle. I usually always just use the Sonnet models, but my recommendation is just to try them all and then choose the one that you like the best. I like Claude models the best, Gemini sometimes, and I'll take the OpenAI GPT models for a spin, but I think that in general they're always inferior for one reason or another. But your mileage may vary. Why MMV? I kind of think of these models as like shoes. You know, some people like Nikes, some people like New Balance, but like one shoe isn't necessarily the best for everybody. depends on the way that you like to code, that you like to work. In general, I have found that Claude works best for me. But yeah, that's my summary. Just yeah, always be trying the latest models, the latest tools. If you like working in the terminal, Claude Code, Codex, Gemini CLI. So the question is does this look centered? This looks more centered than it was before. So if we go port, it looks more centered. So the question is can we find a can we score 100 points? Pouter is a bird? A domestic pigeon? Ooh. Man, these are terrible letters. So we're not... And that was one of the blanks that just got used very unnecessarily. A key is a cow? I did not know that. I thought key was an alternative spelling of key with a A. And that is why we use the emojis, folks. Because, oh, it's overlapping with the text. Very sad, very sad. But it's okay, it's okay. All right, we're just gonna do that. Wiry. Why does wiry map to the trans symbol? All right, and we're supposed to be checking whether the scores look centered. They do look centered. It would be better if we could get a 100-point word, though, to check this. So let's just do tile rack management in order to optimize this. Intubate. That's 31 points. Or I guess Haji is going to be one more. Jehu? I did not know that word. A fast driver. I tell you. Ooh, there's a good word. Lookers. We can put it here. Chit. A wind chime? I don't know. Some of these are questionable, folks. Chid. Thieved. Huh. All right, this seems fine. Let's This is centered. Scores. Closes. Number 27. We're down to 7. So we've closed half of these. And the thing about the bugs is a month ago I was vibe coding a couple fixes because at one point I had a TK Kinter, whatever it's called, tickle TK dependency. And that was causing a bunch of issues. And so I got the AI to fix it. And so they removed some stuff. And they might have fixed a couple of these bugs. I mean, this one we saw, so this one's still there. I think this one's still there as well. I'm not sure this one's here anymore. One letter play. Ooh, look at this. This is from ages ago. Well, actually, let's test this one. This one might be fixed already. So it's just basically saying if you hook something in 2 directions. Asine. Triazine? Are you kidding me? So, triazines isn't even up there. Parrot, name of my. Look at that. That's nice. We like that. Very nice. Fondle. Ooh, I was hoping that was going to be the test, but it was not. Kif means beg in Farsi. Vindo, vino. Vinod. Finko Dinko. Sometimes age maps to a heart. Oh, look at that. Agenize. To treat with aging. Ionize? There we go. Unionize would have been a bingo. Inosine is a compound of hypoxanthine and ribose. What was the confidence score on that? 0.34. Biped? I guess I do know biped, but I tell you folks. Meander. Meander is only number 6. Which means that they score a D or an M somewhere, maybe? I guess that'll put me in first place, though. That's nice. Or I guess maybe, well, Meander's not going to hit the double from there. We're going to have to go with Meander, folks. I do not... Or is it maybe something here? Manured. Mandrel. Dammers. Madrone. An evergreen tree. How? Oh, I guess because it's mad. I tell you. Oh, yeah, I'm losing again. All right, so is there a word that is enough points? Because we're still trying to test this like single letter theory, you know? Ooh, look at that. Are you kidding me? Mythology? All right, I'm down by 19. And the computer has the Q, which it's not going to be able to play. The question is the game going to crash? Because if it doesn't have a playable word, it fails. Gush, gish, 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 geese. Is ish a word? Gosh, there we go. Are we gonna be able to finish everything though? We're gonna fail. We're gonna fail. Watch this, folks. It's gonna fail. There we go. Well, we weren't actually able to test this, but maybe the last thing we'll do is we'll fix this. Are you able to make the computer pass if they have no playable words? And give a message that says except we're not going to test this right now. We'll just assume that it works. Ship it. Perfect. I guess, yeah, it's a bug fix, not a... And actually, is this the same one? I think this is my, when I don't have any playable things. So yeah, technically this doesn't close anything. All right, folks, that's it. Hope you had fun. Try Cursor. Try Gemini. Try Claude. And maybe we'll do this again in the future. I plan to enter a Scrabble tournament in 2026. So there'll be some more Scrabble content to come. All right, folks. Have a good holiday season, and we'll chat in the next one.